Okay, good morning. Welcome to.
FamilyMath934a.
I think it's 9:34, but we're back to looking at the data again for the temperature data in the United States. And your idea was to do what with this?
Make predictions for the future. For I think I said 100 years in the future.
Okay, so instead of making predictions, I'm going to show you two really simple ideas for how you would go about doing that. Okay?
All right.
Because do you think predicting the future is easy or hard?
Probably pretty hard.
What do you think?
Probably hard.
Why?
It's the future, like something could happen that you don't know about.
That's right. Why else do you think it might be hard?
Well, we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. So, how I wanted to start out with this is by showing you some of the data. Okay, so this is for Autauga County in Alabama.
So the first one.
Yeah. And so here's just the temperature for that. Actually, we can just pick a random one. I have them grouped in by 100 years. So give me a number that's a multiple of 100.
700.
700. Okay, so that's probably going to also be, well, I don't know actually. All right, this is Calhoun County, Alabama.
All right.
All right. So this is what that data looks like. We'll look at another one too. So the first thing, if you remember from the charts that we looked at previously, what was going on in the area near Alabama in terms of the difference in temperatures that we were seeing?
It either stayed relatively the same or cooled slightly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can kind of see that. I
So-
think it's down and then back up.
So yeah, so here's the data for Calhoun County, Alabama, which is, since we have 100 years of data for each county and we started at 700, this is the 7th county on the list out of about, I think it's about 3,100 counties. And what we saw is that it looked the same now over here as it did 100 years ago over here.
Yep.
So if we're going to try to make a prediction about this, we might try to just draw a line and use that line to predict. So I brought a ruler. Can you show me, if you were going to approximate all of this data with what's called the best fit line, what would you do? Where do you think, could you use the ruler to represent what you think that line would look like?
Well, probably somewhere in the middle between these, since it went down and then back up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so something going like this.
Okay, good. How about you?
Well, even though a line doesn't really fit this data really well, you can still kind of do it. I mean, I'd maybe say we're going like that.
Okay, so you think that one's tilted up a little bit. All right, so now give me another number that's a multiple of 100. And remember, like, we can go up to like 320,000.
Let's do 115,000.
115,000. Okay, so this is Oxford County, Maine,
All right.
it turns out. And here's what the data looks like there. So now show me the line that you think would be a good oops, sorry. I took that data off screen by accident. Okay, so there's the data for Oxford County, Maine. So show me the line that you think might fit this pretty well.
Well, it's sort of gradually sloping up, so maybe something like this.
Okay. And do you agree with that?
Yeah.
All right. And you'll remember that what we saw in Maine was, actually, what did we see?
It was getting pretty warm there.
It's getting warmer, yeah. And that's what you see in the data. And then I can change the code here to, instead of just showing the points, I can actually show the actual best fit line. Mathematica does that for us really nicely. So there it is. And what do you think about that line?
It seemed pretty close to what we had.
Okay. Let's look at one more. Okay, so just give me a random number. It's a multiple of 100.
4,200. So 4,200.
All right, that might still be in Alabama. 4,200.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, let's look somewhere that's not in Alabama.
So-
Although, actually, interestingly here, you do see the line is actually slightly decreasing. But is that a good fit, do you think? What would you say?
Not really.
Not really, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so try another number. Let's leave Alabama.
22,000.
22,000, okay.
We're in Colorado now.
All right, we're in Colorado. Bent County, Colorado. All right.
Seems.
And how about that line? What do you think about that line?
Let's see. So I think it seems pretty accurate. We seem to be going up just a little.
All right, how about you?
I mean, the data's kind of spread out,
Uh-huh.
but overall we do seem to be going up.
Okay. All right, cool. So now what we're going to do, in fact, I've already done this, is we're gonna plot. We're going to make a new map as we made before, but we're just going to use the slope of the line. And do you see how you could use this line to predict now?
Yeah, you just go up another whatever, how many years you want.
Okay.
And maybe it won't be a super great prediction, but it'll be better than nothing.
Yeah, it'll be a prediction, and then we can decide if we like it or not.
All right.
Okay, so let's look at that idea.